what's new? Show 251. Don't go near the water.
Poem. Mother, may I go out? Yes, my darling daughter. Hang your clothes on a hickory limb, but don't go near the water. Doesn't make much sense, does it? But our bikini does. It has the lifeguards yelling for help. I'll show you how to do it in just a second.
So, what's new? Starring Vogue Sewing Authority, Mr. George W. TRIPPON.
Now, this is the upper part of the bikini. This is one half of the upper part of the bikini. And we have put in a tape edging here to prevent it from stretching here and here, because we don't want that to go in the water either, you know. So we're going to be trimming now, but do not trim the tape. The emphasis on a bikini, because it is this polyester type of a knit, a stretchable type fabric, whatever you want, but it should be in the stretchable fabric. And notice when I trim, please, that I am trimming flat on the table. In other words, my fabric is flat and my scissors never leave the table. The scissors are always on the table. They are not up in the air like this. Never. Never, 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 never. Really. No, you may throw that in the water if you want. Oh, but you stay out of the water, darling. Really, really. Trim, trim, trim. Don't trim the tape. Now, another thing on a lot of these things, for those of you gals who have the zigzag machine, you might use a zigzag stitch as opposed to a straight stitch. Now, of course, we're going to be pulling this through. And of course, very often, you know, you people who don't have a puller througher, spaghetti turner, you know, you'll kind of open it up here and kind of shove it in through there, and you use your pencil and you push it through like that, you know. Lovely. But I have a spaghetti turner. Have I got spaghetti turners all over the place. I don't turn spaghetti with it, though. Now, you bring it up through here gently, because it has a round curve at the end. Then it has a hook. And then you hook it. Oh, I've got a fish. Oh, I'm in the water. Oh, boy. Pull gently. Fish got away. Oh, the fish got away. I'll never forget once when I was a kid, I was swimming in the Fox River, which flows into the Illinois River, which flows into the Mississippi River. So it's an important river. I thought I'd tell you that, you know. And I was out there swimming with a bunch of kids down there. My dad was fishing on the bridge with a bunch of men. And all of a sudden his line broke. Well, it happened to break right near me, and they yelled, "Hey, hey, George, catch the fish, catch the fish." Well, I saw the thing, you know. And I saw the line, and I grabbed the string. I grabbed the line like this, and there were the fish at the end. And like an idiot, I let the line go, and I grabbed the fish. I lost the fish. They never forgave me. To this day, I don't go back to Aurora, Illinois. They always ask me if I've been fishing lately. Closest I get to fishing is bikinis. Now, when we've done this, we're going to put a stay stitch at the very bottom here. And please, as we stay stitch here, catch the thread. My, it curls, doesn't it? Put the two edges together and a stay stitch about 1/4 of an inch up from the section there. Match here your two notches, and of course you will pin baste as I am pin basting, and of course over in this section also pin baste. Now, once you've done that, you'll put your stay stitch in all the way, all the way. Make sure those two edges are even, thank you, yes. Continue on over here. And then continue on over here. Now that is a stay stitch. And then if we turn around to the other side, you'll find a couple of dots. Those dots tell you that you make a long stitch up here, because we're going to be doing some gathering stitches here. We'll be gathering this first 5/8 of an inch up between the two dots. There's the other dot. And then put a second row of stitching in so we can gather this, because you see, as we're gathering this, The gathering is going to form that part of the bikini of the top section, as you will see. From here, we gather it. Over into here, we gather it. And then it'll come down under here, you know, naturally. And I'll have the other section here, which I'll overlap at the center fronts, like this, and we will be tacking that, of course, by hand. Right at this section here, we just tack that. Now, of course, before I do that tacking, right here like that, just to hold it for when we sew our section in there, then we will be zigzagging all the way around this top here. So I fiddle-dee-dee, push, see? So both edges are absolutely even here. And then bring it down under here. You have a zigzag attachment gadget, so put it in zigzag position. And zigzag away. All the way, ziggity-zaggity-ziggity-zag. Oh, make it a little shorter stitch, not as short as that, or not as wide as that. And look how I pull that out, and I'll be zigzagging all the way around the outside edge of this. And while I'm zigzagging this on around just this one side of the bikini, you people don't zigzag out of here, because I'll be right back. Putting the underband here, and we have the tape here to control the hold it, and we have pre-stitched our lining section to the garment, and you'll notice that we will lay this corner, please, right in that corner, please. Thank you. And pinez-vous. Then we have one big dot there and another big dot there. Dot to dot. Dash to dash. Earth to earth. Ashes to ashes. Where did I hear that? Now, there is the little temple. The notch. The notch. When I'm with you alone sometime and you see me around in person, ask me to tell you what they call that in England. Oh, I'll tell you. Australia, too. Then we pin here and we pin there. And then from this side, very carefully, we've eased all that in where the easing should be, and there's a seam. I'll be sewing from the gathering side up, please, a regular length stitch and a zigzag on the machine. All right, ziggity-zaggity-zag, ziggity-ziggity-zag, zag-zag, zig-zig-zig-zig, ziggity-zaggity-zag. There, beautiful, 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 beautiful. All the way across there. Now, as you come up to the corner here, make sure I put the pin right up in a corner like that. And the pin is right there, like the pin would be right there in the corner. Oh, how clever you are, George TRIPPON. Oh. And you're going to come right up to that corner. That's very important because you can see it from this side, go right up to that corner. Double check there, beautiful. And then even though you're on a zigzag, turn that and continue the other way. Now the reason we put this on zigzag, you see, it gives then. It doesn't give here where the tape is, but it'll give here where it should be giving, you know. Ho, ho, ho. As you give a deep breath, things don't give way. Stay out of the water, girl. Stay out of the water, please. Thank you. Zigzag, regular stitch, George, thank you. And then you seam that all the way. And then, of course, from this point on with this lovely section here, you will be trimming away here like this, down to about 1/4 of an inch all the way across there like that. Then, of course, you will bring the lining side up from this side like this, and you'll trim away all this corruption here. Oh, thank you. And then look, fold that corner in and fold it right up over that corner. And look how beautiful the corner is on the wrong side as well as the right side. Of course, we'll get rid of that little thread there. No threads, please. Thank you. No threads, please. Trimez-vous. And then, of course, this, when you come to the point, turn it that way at 5/8 of an inch, and then turn it that way at 5/8 of an inch, and then remove the pin, and then bring the point to the point here like this, and then pin in that direction, and in that direction, and then automatically you'll be turning all that up and doing that all by hand. And that's something you can do. I don't have time for that nonsense. Because I've got to go to the other part. We've covered the top, now we'll cover the lower part. Now here is the bikini section that goes that way, and that's a little piece that goes down in the leg area, and we must stitch that. Now it's very, very important here that we use a shorter stitch and a shorter zigzag, and we start zigzagging from the dot, please, and you'll see why shortly. If you follow instructions, it's from the dot to the dot, because we leave that open for when we turn that back, for when we put the elastic through there. Pardon me. Then we do the side seam section here. This is the side seam section. And that also we will be stitching from the large dot, zigzag stitch please, to the large dot or small dot or whatever kind of a dot you made, but there must be a dot there. Bring the feed dog all the way up when you pull here and here. And darlings, we're halfway there. We're not through there yet. There goes, oh, beautiful. Now we lay this face up. You in the meantime will be pressing all these seams open, and we have pre-assembled our lining here, haven't we? So of course now we put our lining together here. To here. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. I'm ho-hoing because I should be crying. You're coming over here, doll. Thank you. Oh, oh, oh. The front part. Now don't worry that the crotch is here and the crotch is there because... because... Oh, I think I'll jump in the water myself right now. Drown myself. We go here, and we'll be sewing the lining on one side here. Now, I'll be stitching here, and I'll be pinning here from that point, please. That pin did it. To this point, please. And then we'll be pinning all the way around. So, if you will all bear with me. What are you doing over there? Are you ashamed of yourself? Oh, George, you didn't read your pattern well, did you? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Oh, well, I was dreaming, you know. Oh, bikinis, you know. What do you expect, really? Good, good, good. There. Idiot George TRIPPON. Well, I'm only human. To err is human. To love divine. No. To err is human. Oh, to err is human. To forgive divine. Oh, I knew it was something. And furthermore, did you notice that we are really very, very optimistic in this country? That, you know, they make the lead pencil about, what, 7 or 8 inches long, but the eraser is only 1/4 of an inch long. So we're allowed to make mistakes, so they wouldn't be putting erasers on the end of pencils. Oh boy, did I get out of that one, I'm telling you. I went to the best school in the world to learn excuses. Have I got the excuses for you? Where were you last night? I'll never tell. I was listening to the radio. That's what I was doing. What were you doing? There. Now we'll stitch you all over again. And this time you'll match. Thank you. Because I planned ahead. You must plan ahead, and these things are... Zigzagez-vous, please, from dotte to dotte. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Zig-a-zag, ziggity-zag, ziggity-zag, ziggity-zag. Oh, that pin got caught there, didn't it? Please don't catch the pins. Please make sure everything is laying flat. And then you zigzag to the other large dot. Thank you. Now, are you still with me? I'm so glad. You see, even experienced idiots make errors. Really? Now that's much nicer, George. Oh, that's beautiful. Now we'll be stitching down this way, and we'll be matching seam to seam, of course, right here and right there. So you match the seam here and here, please. And that is the thigh area. The thigh. T-H-I-G-H. Not to be confused with tie. T-I-E, tie. Tie. Oh, and in Hawaii they have a thing called Mai Tai. T-A-I. Bikinis. Bikinis, bikinis. And her bikini never got wet. And there's the large dot, please. And here's the side section, please. So we'll be sewing as much as we can, but I want you to notice that all the way around here where we've left that open from dot to dot section there, we match seam to seam, please, like this, what we call a joined seam, and we pin there. And of course this is very, very important what I am doing in this area now, because we'll be stitching this, and then when we turn this inside out, we'll be doing another row of stitching there, as the directions will tell you, and as you see as I proceed to continue to finish the garment. There. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And there. And we use a zigzag stitch. Why? Why? I'm asking you why. So it gives. Because when you put it around your thigh, and you jump and skip, you want to stretch. You don't want to snap, a crackle, and pop. Really, you don't. So, I'll start stitching around on this side first. Beautiful. From the dot here. Ziggity-zaggity-zag, ziggity-zag. And notice, I pull this as I'm sewing. That's the secret. Then it gives again. If you don't stretch it as you sew, and then you sew it just regular stitch tight, then when you put it on, those noises you hear, dear, are not your bones creaking. It's the stitches popping. So while I go popping along and stretching my fabric and sewing up this other side here, I don't want you to go away because I'll be right back while I finish zigzagging the other leg. Thank you. Don't go away. Now, of course, we'll be turning the bikini inside out. I've stitched the waistline around the legs. I've left that crotch area open. And if you don't have a spaghetti turner, you can do it the trippy way. Just turn-a-voo. Is that all that came on there? Isn't that beautiful? Now you see, this is the bottom section here. This is the top section here. This is the front here. And then, of course, the deep purple here is the right side. And, of course, that's the inside. So we'll be taking the right side, which is the deep purple, and we'll be matching the side seam now, right there, at 5/8 of an inch. Where we left that open, you can see that dot, 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 and you pin-a-voo there, and then you come over to this edge over here. Bring and always match your seams where the stitching will take place. That will go to the dot, right there, and then right there. Then you'll put on your machine, you'll get your thread ready. And remember, we're doing this with a zigzag stitch. Zigzag. Zigzag. Beautiful. Oh, my. And her bikini never got wet. Well, the mother should have sent her on a ship ride. She'd go to the beach for a hanger. Close on a hickory stick. I used to go to school where they used a hickory stick, but I didn't hang anything on it. They hung it on me, let me tell you. Then you come over to here like that. That is the side seam of the bikini, which we then trim away carefully. And then watch the lining. Please watch. Goes around my waistline. Oh, have to be twice that big for me. Fit half of me. Over in here, fold this under and watch, please. If you fold that and then pin this right here and do the same thing on this side, fold it and pin it. You are helping yourself. And you know, you must be helped. Then fold this section under and bring it to there, and we'll be closing up this section by felling it or slip stitching it, felling it by hand, stitching it by hand. So we finish the side seam here beautifully all the way. Beautifully, George TRIPPON, thank you. There, you see, now we do exactly the same thing with this under leg piece here. And then we'll be top stitching in here, which automatically makes the beading for us to put the elastic through there. And don't go away, I'll be right back. Oh, with my bikini teeny.